Hi everyone, this is Peter here. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today I'm going to show you how I customize my Canon R7 for macro photography. These settings will mainly apply for handheld shooting in the field. We're going to go through the menu and I will point out all the different settings and customizations I've done that have worked for me. I've been only using the Laowa 90mm and the 25mm ultra macro lenses, and these two lenses don't have aperture coupling nor do they have autofocus, so a few settings will only be relevant with these setups. After the customization, I will also show you a bunch of images mainly taken with the 90mm ultra macro lens, so you can see what kind of image quality you can expect with these combos. Anyway, let's get started. Alright, the first setting is about image quality. I've got the standard RAW enabled. I've never used compressed RAW. It's virtually the same as it's lossless, and it can be beneficial, for example, when you use high continuous shooting and you want to increase the buffer limit. I never use JPEG as I want to have maximum latitude in terms of post-processing. You can enable it and shoot both if you wish. The next one is about enabling speedlight control, and I left all the settings as default, standard balance and evaluative metering. I normally use auto white balance as default, but change it accordingly in the field if needed, but one of the primary reasons why I shoot in RAW is because it allows me to adjust the color temperature in post very easily. The next one is about lens aberration correction. I've got both the peripheral illumination and distortion correction disabled, and the digital lens optimizer is set to standard. You can always do lens aberration corrections in post, for example in Lightroom. The next relevant setting for macro photography is choosing between the electronic first curtain and mechanical shutter. I prefer the electronic first curtain because it eliminates shutter shock as the exposure starts electronically and ends mechanically. Let's have a look at what settings I have for image stabilization. I've got image stabilization enabled, the digital IS is off, and the still photo image stabilization is on always. And you can also change the focal length for efficiency, and you can see that mine is set to 90mm for the Laowa 90mm 2x ultra macro lens. I've got the viewfinder display format set to display 1, and one of the most important settings is about display performance, where I chose smooth and also have the suppress lower frame rate box ticked for a high refresh rate and virtually no lag while looking through the viewfinder. Our next important setting is about manual focus peaking. You can find this submenu on the 5th page of the autofocus menu. So I have manual focus peaking on with the level set to high, and my preferred color is red as I believe that is the most easily visible, especially at higher magnification. The next setting is about enabling highlight alert, which will help you nail the exposure and warn about blown out highlights. I've got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, both disabled as I normally don't use these features and transfer the files to my computer directly via the SD card, and it can also affect battery life to an extent which I try to minimize. The next one is about screen brightness. I think 4 is perfect, and for the viewfinder I have it set to 3, which is bright enough for me. Now I'm going to show you a customized button that I have set up for magnification. I assigned the magnification function to the multifunction button, which allows me to zoom in on my subject and ensure that the focus is right. This can be helpful in certain scenarios, but not every time. Our last setting is crucial if you want to use one of these Laowa lenses, for example, that have no electrical connections, so you need to set the release shutter without lens to on. In the last section of the menu, I highly recommend you add certain settings that you go back to quite frequently and change. That is why I added image stabilization, which I tend to disable, for example, when I shoot on a tripod, or change the shutter mode to mechanical when I want to use extremely high shutter speeds, just to avoid rolling shutter issues that can potentially happen with electronic shutters, except on high-end flagship cameras such as the Sony A1, the Nikon Z9, or the R3 that has a stacked sensor with a high readout speed. And then last but not least, I highly recommend you save these settings to a custom shooting mode. This can include your basic exposure settings as well, from which you can deviate easily when you are in the field. Alright, now that we have covered my preferred settings, let's have a look at some images I took over a few weeks. First I'm going to show you some that were captured with the Laowa 25mm ultra macro between 2.5 to 4x magnification, and then some of my better shots that were taken with the Laowa 90mm. Hopefully you'll be inspired. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. You might also want to check out these videos next. Thanks again, and catch you all very soon in the next one.